Hey everybody, I'm Sari Custer and this is Sari on Science for Arizona Science Center. Today, of course, I'm up in Pompeii. Those of you who haven't been here, you've got to come check it out. We're in our final weeks. There's only a couple weeks left. The exhibition ends May 28th. But I'm currently in my favorite section. Every week, I'm bringing you a new insider look at some of the artifacts here. We have more than 200 authentic artifacts right out of the ground in Pompeii. And if you don't know, Pompeii was covered by Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. So we're talking about 2,000 years ago, almost 2,000 years ago, really darn close. So, of course, these are authentic, right out of the ground, and here in the forum are some of my faves. Tonight also we have our Science with a Twist featuring DC versus Marvel, so I thought how appropriate, let's feature our Gladiators. So let's take a closer look. I'm going to flip this around for you so you can see everything that's in here. All right. So, of course, the beautiful statues, but right here we have some of our amazing gladiator equipment. These are shin guards, and you can see some of the really, really great detailing in these shin guards. And anybody who's seen the movie Gladiator actually has a pretty decent idea of what it might have looked like. However, there's some misconceptions when it comes to gladiators in ancient Rome, and anybody who's ever been an athlete and spent a lot of time training knows that, well, you just can't put all of that effort into training and then kill people. It's awful. There wasn't always a fight to the death. It was often a really skilled fight, and gladiators were seen as sort of rock stars and superheroes at the time. They were very popular, and they had graffiti on the walls from some of their fans. Things like, "The man the women sigh for." That's how popular they were. And their equipment often symbolized some of their, their symbols. So just like some athletes get a very special Nike sneaker, a lot of the gladiators got special symbols to put on their equipment. So kind of like the one you see here. And then for training, there would be equipment that had no symbols on it whatsoever, kind of like this one right here. Or once they finally made a name for themselves, then they'd get symbols on their equipment. So if they weren't very well known or for training purposes, they'd have the plain stuff. But of course, we have more than just that. Anybody want to take a guess at what this crazy instrument is right here? So this one's called a strigil, this hook-shaped element right here. There wasn't soap at the time, so in the Roman baths, the servants would come and scrape off the oil, dirt, and sweat from the gladiators after they competed. So this is essentially the loofah of the time. But can you imagine running this across your skin? Isn't that incredible? And here's an amphora of oil right here. So they would have poured this oil out on their skin before to lubricate for the strigil. Something else I want to point out that's really, really cool is this great image right here. So this is a print image of a gladiator scene. And I recently just found out this is on display at the Phoenix Art Museum. So heads up, everybody. Phoenix Art Museum, go check out the real one right here in Phoenix. This is a print we have depicting the area. So again, for those of you just joining us, gladiators were really the rock stars of the time. We have some of the real equipment here in Pompeii The Exhibition that you can take a look at and see all of these pieces that make us think about the movie and all of the really cool effects and what would have been happening during that time as far as athletics and sporting and entertainment. In Pompeii, something that's really notable is that the arena that was built, the amphitheater in Pompeii, sat about 20,000 people. It was pretty big, and the anticipated population of Pompeii at the time was about 25,000. So it sat almost the entire city. That's almost unheard of. That's like thinking if Talking Stick Arena would seat the entire population of Phoenix. It would just be huge. So think about that the next time you go to a sporting event. They loved their gladiators and their entertainment of sporting so much that they built an arena that can hold everybody. Pompeii was also a port town, so they had a lot of people coming in for different events, traveling through, stopping through. It was a summer town, so to be able to see a sporting event would have been a great entertaining moment, and also would have garnered a lot of political favor to get people in and entertain them while they were passing through. So again, some of my favorite pieces right here in Pompeii The Exhibition, 2,000-year-old gladiator equipment. Yeah, They're rad, and these look huge. Another thing to note, the Gladiators, average height at the time was about 5'5". Some of the Gladiators were definitely bigger, and those who were Gladiators were most likely stolen, or they were slaves at the time. They could have bought their freedom, but slaves could have been taken from battle, so they would have picked some of these very large individuals to be really good rock stars in the arena. Train them up, train them really well. They did not always fight to the death, of course, because they put a lot of effort into that training, and then they had really great entertaining battles, and once in a while, apparently, yeah, it was a thumbs down moment, but for the most part, they just wanted to see the action over and over and over again. So there you go, guys. Some of my favorites. Love, love, love the Gladiator equipment. Come down and see it yourself. Again, we've got only a few weeks left here in Pompeii The Exhibition, so you've got till May 28th. Get your tickets now. Check us out at azscience.org. And of course, we'll see you next time with Sari on Science. Finish. Bye, guys. Still can't operate this. Apparently I'm not tech savvy. Here we go. Have a good one.